Uh, uh. Just a nice day for the stroll. What's going on, everybody?
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
So, if for everyone, the video opening clip this week is a guy just walking through and just decided to sewage decided to blow up. Anyways, what is going on, losers? Welcome to Lost Losers Podcast. I am your host, Mr. John Bequette, joined once again by my beautiful bride, the tots of the show,
Hello.
Andrea Bequette, and coming at you live from somewhere in Kentucky,
Yup.
good old James Fortney.
What up?
How is everyone? What's going on? Everyone okay? Everyone good?
Yes.
That's good. Before we
Getting
begin,
better.
good. Before we begin, do me a favor. If you're watching on YouTube or Rumble, do us a favor, hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button for us. If you're listening on Spotify or YouTube, please leave, or not YouTube, but Apple Music, leave us a 5-star review. Please start sharing with your friends. And also for the really cool people, please go to the Patreon channel, $5 a month. Get the episode a day early. Get the LLP Sunday playlist. Get all the wild and crazy stuff, and soon to be the hard episode, which we're about ready to announce soon. So, Other than that, let's go. You guys are live. Everyone's well.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
If this is the first time you ever listen to this podcast, we like to kick off this podcast with the wishes of the week. This is the weird and interesting shit that has happened to us through this week. So, now that we are there and ready for the wishes, Jamie's already dancing, so I figure something in retail happened again this week. Jamie?
No, absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, wow.
So what do you got for us?
I haven't been to work at all this week because I had COVID.
You had COVID. COVID finally caught you, huh? Finally
yeah,
caught
I haven't
COVID.
had it at all, and it finally caught up to me. So
How'd you end up with? So did you just feel like shit, and you're just like,
yeah, it wasn't really that bad. I just had all of the kind of lowercase symptoms, I guess, of dry cough, throat fucking horrible, liquid shits.
you sure you just weren't hungover? Like you're describing a hangover. You're describing a hangover to me, so I'm just wondering.
It was all that stuff. I'd never got tested, but that's just kind of my guess of what it is.
So you just figured, you're hungover.
No, it was a week.
Huh?
You don't have a sore throat with a hangover.
Oh, I do. Oh, well, I used to because I used to smoke 3 packs of cigarettes when I was drinking all the time. So there's that. Well, James, I figured he was probably, doing bong rips left and right and with shots of Jack Daniels. So that's why his throat probably hurt.
I just had a shot of Woodford Reserve, actually.
Nice. All right.
I'm classy with it.
Hold on real quick before we
I'm not
continue.
A cheap date.
You are a cheap date. Before we get too far, if you hear a random yell or a scream, or if you're watching on YouTube or Rumble and you see my wife keep on doing, it's Blues playoffs. We have it in the background. I fucked up recording time this week. So it's my bust. I thought the game started at 8:30. The game started at 3:30. I thought we would have been done in well. It's my bust. So my wife is being gracious enough to grace us with her presence and not beat the shit out of me. So
yeah, and my dad and best friend are upstairs.
Yeah, I didn't know they were coming over. This is complete. It's all my fault this week. It's also Mother's Day. I am fucking this all up. So this is my apology.
Call Mom later, and you guys just bitch together.
This is me apologizing out loud to my wife for fucking this all up. So COVID caught Jamie, otherwise known as a hangover to him. What else, brother?
It wasn't too much different. It was just how long it lasted.
Fuck.
It was like 5 days of just feeling like I got hit by a train.
You just felt rough all week and stuff like that.
You can tell you sound like you have like a giant fucking head cold or something.
Yeah, you sound like you have. You sound like you have a sinus infection.
Horrible.
Yeah, you sound like you have a sinus infection, or that tattoo went a little too deep and hit a larynx. Is that?
You can hear it.
She was getting into
when
my reactions a little too much.
When you laugh, you sound a little hoarse.
Like,
oh yeah.
So I'm glad you're not in the room with me today. So what else? So anything good besides surviving COVID? Thank you for surviving COVID. I'm glad.
Yeah, not too much. Like, I haven't been to work. I have just been moving stuff, or not moving stuff. I finished on that, but just organizing shit. And yeah, it's been a really boring week of just feeling like shit.
Damn, like that sucks, brother.
Yeah, it's been ass this week.
Well, I'm glad you're okay, man. We're glad you're on the meds.
I'm totally fine. Like perfectly a-okay, but I was just like, well, shit, this time just went to the wind.
Did you you didn't take a home test, you said, or anything like that?
No, I didn't do shit. I was just kind of self-diagnosed, if I'm being 100% honest.
Yeah, you could have had a sinus infection. You just whatever.
Yep.
We'll just call it COVID because everything points to COVID now. So YouTube, don't take our video down. I'm not worried about Rumble. They don't give a shit what we say, but YouTube tends to like flag us from weird shit.
I don't feel like me saying my truth is misinformation. I'm not telling anyone else to go do shit.
You're just like, I'm just self-diagnosing myself with COVID because that's what everyone's going to tell me I have. So I just stayed at home for a week. Got it. You know, I get it. Let's not get our panties in a bunch. So, wow. Usually you got something I can make fun of. I can't make fun of you this week. I'm a little upset.
Struggling.
Well,
I've gotten laid like once.
Well, I'm glad you're still thinking priorities. You're like, I'm already here, so I might as well. You're already with me, so let's just do this. That's awesome. Fantastic.
Like there was a few times where I was like, even if you just get on top, it's gonna hurt too much.
That's awesome.
Like, oh, it was a struggle.
That's funny. Well, James, we're glad you're feeling better. Well, you got your notes out?
I don't need them.
No.
I just have a.
She texted me. She was like, I got something. I have notes for the podcast this week. I went, what? She goes, yep, I got something. I went, okay. So, wife, take her away.
So I ordered Deli Meat in advance so I don't have to sit at the fucking counter for 20 years and wait for Grandma Moses behind the counter to slice our deli meat, whatever.
Yeah.
So, and they usually put it in a bag. It has your name on it. It has,
name and order
whoever
number.
ordered it. And it's in like, I had 3 things of lunch meat. So it should be in a cooler in a bag. So I walk in and this is supposed to be a quick, walk in, grab meat, get out. And I look in the cooler. I'm like, okay, no, it was gone. Wasn't there. So I went up to the counter and I'm like, I ordered this when I was with Dad getting pedicures. Yes, I took my dad to get a pedicure. Anyway.
Yes. And he got a manicure and she sent me a picture and he looks like the only thing he's missing is the monocle and he looks like the Monopoly man.
So
get a color or just cleaned up?
Just manicure, pedicure, just, getting his toes clipped and shit. But I ordered deli meat when I was sitting there with him so I could just run on the way home to get it and then come home. I go in there and I look and I'm like, huh. So I go up to the counter. I'm like, hey, I placed an order like an hour ago. I have the text message saying that it was completed by Ace and it's not over there. She's like, what do you mean it's not there? I'm like, it's not in there. And she's like, did someone else pick it up? I'm like, no one else picked it up. Oh, excuse me. And then she goes, well, someone might have taken it that has the same name as you. And I'm like, wait, what? Like somebody.
It don't matter. My fucking meat ain't there, lady. I need you to cut. I need my meat.
I'm like, okay, so now I need 1.5 pounds of this and 1.5 pounds of this. And she was like, well, I don't know anything. I just got off break. And I'm like, little do you know, I work for the company that you work for in a completely different department. And I'm like,
Did you just look at her like, that's great and all. I don't give a shit.
What I said.
I
I'm
just
like,
want my fucking meat.
And she's like, well, you can go ahead and shop. I was like, this was the only thing I had to buy. I've ordered it ahead of time so I could come in and grab it and get the hell out. So, and she is moving at like the speed of fucking
smell.
Oh my God.
Of
so
one of your
slow.
one of your farts that you just dropped on your dad upstairs.
Yeah, probably. And then there's somebody that goes up to the seafood counter. So she has to go from the deli to the seafood and then from seafood back. And there's like 3 other people there. She's like, you can go shop. I'm like, okay. So I went, looked around, grabbed stupid shit I didn't need. And I get back there and she's like, were you waiting for your order?
Did she forget who you were?
Yeah, slightly. I'm like, yes. And she's like, oh, okay. And she finally fucking pulls it out from back behind where she was and didn't put it in the cooler.
Holy Jesus.
Exactly.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
But
like,
clearly
seriously.
there's another Andrea in Arnold spelled the same way as my name that took off with my Cajun turkey and sweet sliced ham. Thank you. You're an ass.
My special friend.
Like, this lady is an idiot.
And I had to wait for fucking 45 plus minutes so that. Oh God! Oh, the
No.
Okay, but that was my rant. I was pissed.
Fuck.
Exactly.
That's just-
You know.
Oh, I can't imagine.
I don't want to hang out and wait for your the one person working technically 2 counters. One.
Unbelievable, like how people just.
Well, maybe somebody took it with your name.
I don't get loud at workers almost ever. I think that would be a situation where I get a little loud.
I was not happy, and then when she was like, "Well, I just came back off a break," I'm like, I get it. I get you get a break, okay, but I have a text saying my order is completed by some dude named Ace.
Like,
yeah, like I'm very much for like it's a minimum wage job. Leave them the fuck alone. They're just trying to do their work.
Retard alert.
Right.
But man, I just got back in from my break. That's not a fucking excuse.
no.
Like what?
And I placed that order while we were getting pedicures. So, and it was a good hour between the time I ordered it and the time I went to pick it up. And it was gone.
Yeah, no, I'd be
Like-
I'd probably get a little loud on that one. And
Like-
try not to be mean, but it'd be like, no, you better give me my shit like now.
Yeah, she's like, well, I just got
retard
back on
alert.
break. I'm like,
Retard alert.
that's
Like-
great. Like, now I need you to thinly slice a pound and a half of this.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure if I would have walked up, I'm like, hey, I placed an order. It's not in the case. And the first response was,
I just came off of break.
or I thought that was her first response was maybe somebody
yeah.
with
So
y-
my name took
with
it.
the same name took it. I would have been like, okay, then why isn't there another order with the same name in there?
Yeah, like she swore
That
that
probably would have stopped me in my tracks right there.
either I had picked it up or that somebody with
Then-
my same name.
So
picked it
clearly
up.
there's two Andreas in the town that spelled the exact same way, which I don't
Okay,
think
but
I've ever met
even-
anybody.
Even if we went to that little pre-cut cooler,
Yeah.
I would not take somebody's shit that had someone else's name on it. You know what I mean?
But you got to think there.
Oh, retard alert.
So there's probably
Retard
someone,
alert.
another Andrew just walks up, grabs it, just sees her name and grabs it and goes.
Well, you paid. Yeah, you.
But thank you for paying for that expensive ass deli meat that we get.
I still had
but-
to buy it.
My point, I know, but my point is, why wouldn't there be another name in there or another?
Yeah, exactly.
And
There
then I would
there
ask
have to
that
be a
question.
double up of John or a double up of Andrea.
Exactly. And then the next thing she said, or this person said, was, I just got off break. I don't know what's going on.
Mhm.
Well, congratulations. I know you don't know what's going on. I'm informing you of what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other part of the story that needs to know. It's a clear-cut case of
How do
hey,
you forget what your job is in 10 or 15 minutes also?
yeah,
And-
it's like
And
it's
there
yeah.
is a reason.
Like,
No. It's a hey man, I just told you what happened. I ordered food or ordered some meat. It's not there. I needed you to slice it. That's the end of the story.
There's a
Like
reason.
that's the beginning, the middle, and the end. That's it.
There's a reason why I order it that way. So
And
you
these
can
people want
literally
15. Yeah.
walk in, grab it where it's supposed to be, go pay for it, and get the fuck out.
And you wonder why we don't want to give you $15 an hour. And you're slicing deli meat. So you're handling a sharp fucking object. Have fun at work, buddy.
I know what he wants.
Oh, got it.
You
know.
not leaving.
You're good. But can you think about that? I don't know what's going
Oh.
on. Okay, dude, I just told you the story. That's the beginning, that's the middle, the climax, and then the end. Like,
I
the
feel like I
ending
got a
is you
little
slicing
too
more.
much respect for minimum wage workers just because I do not want to be an irritating person to them. But fucking hell, if you
I do the
deserve
same.
it, like
Yes, this is one of those moments in time where just I don't know.
if you ask for it, like if someone gives it to you, you shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I don't know what to do on that moment in time there. So, hey, are you done? No, I'm done. Actually, you're done with your story.
Yeah. That was
Oh, that's it. Okay. Just left us hanging there. I'm like, oh, you got anything else this week? Nope. That's it.
No, that was
You know?
that was all I had. The fact that she was like, I just came back from my break. I was a manager, and if one of my employees would have said something like that, I'd have been pissed.
Oh yeah, I think that's kind of part of my point of like I'm back from my break. Yeah,
I
that
don't
means
know.
you start working, motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah, I would. That's the moment that I think that's what I would have said right then at that moment in time is
I almost pulled that card, but I don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean?
no, not pulling the
Yeah.
card. I'm proud of you. Don't be like, hey, I work here. I know what the fuck's going on. But when she would have been like, or this person, I don't know if male, female, I don't know if you told her or
It
they
was
them.
an older lady. Like
Yeah,
I'm like,
I almost felt bad because she was having
Yeah.
a hard time walking from point A to point B.
oh, it's one of those people who probably shouldn't be working still.
Yes.
Oh, that's
oh, that changes
Yeah.
it.
oh.
Kinda. I mean, you're
That
alert and
changes
oriented
my-
enough.
For me to go off on an old lady, no, that's shitty for me.
In that situation, it was not. You know what I mean? Like,
Did you tell us she was an old lady?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
she
I
said
don't
it in
mean
passing.
she looked old. She could have been
Yeah,
I
we
don't
do
know.
live in Metherson County.
exactly.
Metherson County. So people
She
like a
could
30,
be 45 and look 70.
yeah, 36-year-old looks 72, you know. They doubled.
Yeah.
They doubled, man. They put that Ajax in there when they're cooking their meth and really fucks them up.
You know, fucking communicate. It said it was done by Ace. So
Jamie froze. Jamie froze. He goes, "Did you just say Ajax in your meth? What the fuck?"
yeah.
Ajax isn't the best sub.
Oh my god.
But besides pedicures, that was with Dad. That's all I have for the week. Psycho shit.
Just
Somebody taking my lunch meat.
that's good. Well, maybe.
Fucking robbing me of my meat.
Yo, I thought you had something else that happened to you at work where you're just like, I must rampage, but I forgot. I don't know if.
I'm not gonna bring.
Oh,
my
you're not bringing
work
that
shit
on there?
into-
Got it.
no.
Got it.
Actually, I can kind of do it without
Yeah.
doing it.
If you need to vent it, vent it.
Somebody bitched and complained that I'm not working weekends, but
Oh yeah, on something
my
that
job does not require me to work on weekends. I am Monday through Friday. And this person is doing extra and is all bent out of shape, panties in a wad because I stepped up and said something because for the last 17 months, I
Yeah.
have worked weekends to help out with a certain thing, extra
Yeah,
project.
there was that like 2 months where you were working fucking every day or some shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. And
And
finally
I-
that got squashed and settled out
And now someone else is pissed off.
because
Oh yeah,
I
fuck
said-
that.
You know, here's my point with that. Like, whatever I do or whatever someone else does in that sense is none of I could give two shits. It's none of my business. You know, I do my job, I work the hours that I work. Fuck off with yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
see that's the problem.
Seriously.
Like that's the problem. That's why they have HR departments is for because people can't stop high school bullshit. Like they're like, oh, well, that person's doing that. Well, this person also has a different fucking job than you.
Yep.
That requires them to do this. So
so I
you work weekends to begin with. Go fuck yourself. You know what I
No,
mean? You're
technically they don't.
not. Oh well, whatever.
Okay.
but they're supposed to in that
my
position, I
name
think.
was brought no.
Oh, okay.
My name was brought up in that whole
I'll stop
situation. Like,
talking.
why doesn't Andrea work on weekends? I'm like, oh no, like you brought me into this shit. I'm gonna fucking end it.
Like,
Don't fuck with me with shit like that. Like I am calm. I don't give a fuck what everybody else does. I do my shit and leave. But now you brought my name into it. Ooh, you know, I can probably swing a lot harder than you think. So I started and opened a whole bunch of can of worms, and now there has been a process that has started because of that. And yeah,
oh, look, you created a policy.
I did.
You're creating company policy.
Actually, I've
I was about to
created
say
two now.
Andrew's
Yeah,
not
you-
gonna be in trouble at all for this one.
Yeah, she
No.
goes, no, motherfuckers, look, don't be mad at me because I'm playing against the game. Create a policy. And all of
I-
a sudden
I
they're creating a
told-
policy.
I told I text my boss. I'm like, hey, when you got a minute, I want to pick your brain, because I was at the point where like I'm gonna say something to this particular person and it's not gonna be pretty. And he's like, don't do that. Don't do that. And him and I talked for a little bit, and I'm like, okay, see, this is why I talked to you, because I was gonna tell someone where they could go and how they could get there and what they could do once they arrived.
And when they get there, they can do that some more.
Mhm.
You know what that is?
So my boss
Fuck
is
off.
pretty fucking cool, and they went through and like he said, created like a policy now.
You know what you tell
So,
that
yeah,
lady?
leave my fucking name out of shit.
Your life, bing bong.
You know, that's
Leave,
it.
leave my name out of shit.
I think that should be kind of the rule of like, if you got a problem, don't be calling out people's fucking names.
Yeah. Don't, if the person would have been like, hey, I have this situation because look, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, listen, there's a other person, I'm not going to say names, that was doing the same job that I'm doing and blah, 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 that got off the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm asking is to please keep it fair. If they would have said it that way without bringing up anybody's name.
Right. Well, that's different.
But that's
you
different.
name dropped me specifically.
Exactly.
No,
Okay,
it's time
so
for you to go fuck yourself.
I have my regular job, and then some of us were brought into this other job
Personal
that we
attack
do
or
on top of
something?
our regular job.
You know,
And I was working like 6-7 days a week. I got tired of it. Talked to the person that was in charge of the special project and was like, you know what? I'm done working all this fucking, can you not schedule me to where I have to work 6 days for 40 hours? Do you want to pay me overtime? I'm in. You don't want to pay me overtime? I'm done. And it worked
Yeah.
out. That lady's like, oh shit, that's cool. Your weekends are off. I'm like, cool. And now they're saying, well, maybe she shouldn't have told you could have them off, but schedule you like every other or, just less. And I'm like, no.
Nope.
Nope. You want to pay me overtime? I'll work it.
I'm not working 6 days. I'm not going to juggle my schedule around in my life around to work 6 days a week.
I understand when it was crazy and they needed it.
Yep.
But right now it's kind of
Yeah.
mediocre. It's not bad. It's not horrible. It's not insane.
Yeah, Jamie's the one who's got it. No, it's not around no more because World War
Right.
III started. World
Anyway.
War III started.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's mine.
So-
That's all I got.
cool. Well, maybe everything will be okay. Everything seems like it's working out anyways. I do have something to say. So today's Mother's Day that we're recording. My mom, and
Yup.
my wife texted my mother and said Happy Mother's Day or something like that.
My
What'd you say to my mom?
grandmother
Commented
hung up on me
Yeah.
4 times.
You're what?
My grandmother hung up on me 4 times.
Nice. Well, happy birthday,
Just
Grandma.
would
Or-
not answer the phone. So
Yeah. What'd you say to my mom now on her Facebook post?
She commented on mine about my mom.
Uh-huh.
She said, Happy Mother's Day. And I said, oh, same to you, Mama B. Thanks for raising my biggest child.
nice.
Do you believe that? Do you believe?
What do you mean?
Do you honestly think I'm the biggest child?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's
what?
100%. But then again, you're equally as big as a child as I am.
My what?
You're equally as big as a child as me
Oh, no.
on certain things. Because I caught you last week on something, and I didn't even realize I did it. Like we were playing, what was it? Name Your Poison last week with Pollyanna from
Yeah.
Berry Pleasure Podcast. Go check that episode out. And my wife, as we're like wrapping things up, and my wife starts thumbing through all the Pick Your Poison, and I just grabbed it and just moved it out of her reach, like you're at church with your kids. Like, just put the Bible down. You don't need it. Just listen. Like, we just need you to pay attention for a second. You're equally as a child as me, by the way.
No, I'm not. You're just trying to use that to,
I'm just making, you're just as equally as me.
I don't think so.
I know. I'm way worse. I'm
Yeah.
so much worse. I'm not even fucking gonna play. I'm
I
way
was
worse.
Like, how is this gonna change at
Nope,
all?
I'm
It's
way
not.
fucking worse.
He's
I'm
not going to win no matter how fucking hard he tries.
nope, not going to win. Anyways, going to me. I really didn't have too much going on this week until Wednesday. I had to show up for court because I'm getting sued still. But that's neither here nor there.
Any update on the parking people? I wanted to know about that.
Nothing. The fire guy told me, he goes like, they're not going to change policy. You have to move. So talk to someone else. So basically, I have to go talk to the mayor to talk to them, try to get this changed. And don't think I won't. So that's my next step on that escalate.
I was
Probably-
thinking about that earlier. I was like, I wonder
They're
if there's
probably
any
going to tell me to
update.
go F myself. So I had to go to court just to show up to court to kick this ball a little bit farther down the line because we're still waiting to hear from insurance companies for where I'm getting sued from and why, for some medical issue that we never knew that we had a bill for. So I show up to court. I'm sitting there. There's all of 5 people in the court and that's including the lawyers. The judge starts reading off the docket and calls out the company that's suing me and then my name. And the lawyer doesn't even acknowledge my presence as I'm raising my head. He goes, set it to default. And I went,
What's that?
That means they just default they can go garnish my bank account for whatever they're suing me for. Because I didn't show up to court. That means I'm just guilty of it. It's basically me saying I'm guilty.
Yeah.
And I went, I'm right here. And his head turned around. The judge goes, Mr. Requette shows up every time. He's here. He goes, I said hi to him when he walked in. I went, thanks for acknowledging my presence. And that guy is like, eyes are this big. I went, he goes, we can step outside and talk about this now. I went, oh, yeah, we can. That dude was not happy. That dude was not, I'm like, oh, he started to talk, and me and him went lawyer talk back and forth. And he was like, I've done this for 35 years. I went, oh, yeah, congratulations. Big deal. So, moving on. I did notice this. I did get.
That's one of those situations where with a smile on my face, it would just be like, if you're trying to intimidate me, shut the fuck up and just smile at him and like try to continue the conversation.
Nope, I just continued I went, oh, I'm like, oh, really? Congratulations. And just smile and just kept rolling. And I just kept talking. And everybody who knows me, when I get on a rant and I start asking you questions and I don't give you time to answer because I already know your answers.
Yeah.
It's not fun for anybody. The bailiff was over there laughing. He would just stare. He was like, he just had his head down, just shaking and just fucking rolling. He was just like, and he glanced up, looked at me. I went, oh, the guy goes, you can sign here. And we signed the paperwork. I just kicked it down the line a little bit. So I'm still waiting for the insurance at the union insurance company or some shit like that. Is that what it is? Yeah. Before all that fucking comes through. So I had this happen. You ever get cut off or somebody cuts you off? Like you see someone cuts you off on the road or something like that. You look at them and you're like, oh, or you see the license plate or what they're driving. And you're like, I'm not even gonna get mad. You're just an idiot. I already know this just because you have a couple of strikes against you because one, you're being. So you okay. Here it's Illinois plates. If you have Illinois plates,
that's a fair one also.
If you have Illinois plates, a Joy, what is it? A Joy 99.1 sticker on your car here in St. Louis. That's another one. My buddy pointed this out in Houston, that lives in Houston. He goes, and I'm like, he goes, a Dodge Ram. Anybody that has a Dodge Ram, when they sign over the paperwork at the dealership, they automatically sign the rights to drive like an asshole and be a prick. I went, and I thought about that one. Excuse me, I have something in my throat. So I thought about that. Bye, buddy.
I've heard a lot of people say that about Jeeps, and I don't really get that one.
The Jeep, 4-door Jeep Wrangler is the new mom mobile. That's the new grocery getter.
That's how I feel.
Huh?
That's how I feel. That's why I'm like, I don't really see them as assholes.
So the Jeep Wrangler 4-door is the new Karen grocery getter, basic white bitch mobile.
I saw a really nice one the other day. It was like candy apple red and just black.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That.
Yeah, and
or was it like a third-party color, or was it?
I think a third-party color. So, but Dodge Rams. So I got cut off coming home from court the other day, and a dude in a Dodge Ram, and I went. I didn't get upset. I was just like, "Oh, of course, you're going to be a prick on the road. You drive a Dodge Ram. Congratulations!" Like, and then I looked down, I see this plate, and I went, "Oh, and you're a Flatlander. Fantastic. You got 2 strikes on you." Like the only thing like could make him a worse driver is if we just nailed the stereotype of people that are bad drivers, and everyone knows what I'm talking about. They're good at math, but don't know the difference between a brake and a clutch. Everyone knows that joke.
Dodge Ram though,
but a Dodge Ram, people like this dude. My buddy called me. He goes like, "Dude, every time I'm in traffic, it's a fucking Dodge Ram that's either A, in the accident, B, driving like an asshole, C, he goes, Dodge Ram." And then I'm like, then I know a friend that has a Dodge Ram who's a terrible driver. The only way I let that person drive me around is if I'm drunk or completely blown out of my mind somewhere.
I've just never seen that ethnicity driving a Dodge Ram.
Never. You never seen that. That's what is that what you went with? Is that what you were going there? Nah, you don't see those people that have the Dodge Ram. It's too big. They can't jump up that high. You know, they don't have the hops.
Yao Ming.
There's always an exception to a rule, James. There's always an exception to a rule. Do we not go through this every week? Don't we point out the exceptions to the rules 90% of the time here? I'm just saying.
I like that one. I'm proud of myself.
I am too. I'm very proud, but we were really dancing around that bush and you just pointed that out, didn't you? Just had to point that out. But yeah, I wasn't even mad. I was like, oh, you drive like shit. Got it. You're a Dodge driver. You Dodge Ram. Didn't even get upset. You know? Didn't even get upset.
Didn't you used to drive a Dodge Ram?
I did. I used to. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think I drove it. I drove like an asshole when I had it too.
You're pretty calm in this truck. The
I
times
am.
I've ridden with you, you're pretty fucking calm. Like
I'm calm all the time now. I try to be at least.
yeah.
Thank you for.
I'm saying on the road at least.
Yeah, there.
You know who's not? My dad.
You know why?
I've heard that plenty. Yeah.
You know why I am calm on the road now? There have been one too many times where I've had guns pulled on me.
Haven't had that yet. I just got punched in the face and then broke his nose.
So everyone who knows here, I want to let everyone in on a trade secret. What I used to do. I don't do it no more because this is how guns get pulled on you. And then you just kind of giggle about shit and you're like, eh. So if you cut me off on the road and you tailgate me and you ride my bumper, I have a fucking thing full of quarters in my truck at all times, like change. I will roll down the window and toss a handful of change in the air. And when I hear one go clink a certain way, that means that was a quarter and that's in your windshield. And I am laughing my balls off because you drove like an asshole and now you have a fucking quarter that just fucking cracked your windshield. Oops. Road hazard. Not my problem. But you do shit like that, you also might need to have a really good tank of gas because you drive a little bit because some people get bored and want to tailgate you even longer than they want to, thinking you're going to pull off. Ha, ha, ha. And second, when someone's like pulling a gun at you, you just need to learn to drive away real quick. Yeah, that's happened a couple of times. Oops. So
that's one of those you look like 360, you don't see any fancy cars, and you go immediately through the medium.
Yeah. Blues won. Blues are winning, boys. It's awesome.
Like that's one of those where you risk a tire where it's just like, fuck it, I'm going into the medium.
No. You get in a slow lane and you kind of box yourself in. That way you can fuck them and get off at the exit and zip around. So I used to drive a Cobalt, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, you can laugh at me. It's fine.
I just did.
And it's fine. And that's when it's happened a couple of times. Is in that Cobalt, man. That Cobalt, man, I used to zip around that motherfucker in and out of traffic. I was like too fast, too furious, but in a 4-banger Cobalt. Listen, I used to drive an hour and 10 minutes to work. Okay. That's why I drove it back and forth.
That makes sense.
So since
I love that. I was trying to think of like, we've had those efficient vehicles because dad's had to travel a long time for jobs before.
Yeah.
But his efficient vehicle was a fucking Hayabusa.
What?
Nice. A Hayabusa.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
The bike.
One of the fastest production bikes in the world.
But then again, it only had like an 8-gallon tank.
But it lasted almost a week.
Yeah. So
like it was efficient, but it's a dumb efficient.
Actually, it probably had a 10. Like here, the shitty part is it had a 10-gallon tank, and that still costs you $40 a week to fill up nowadays.
As we were out in California, yeah.
Oh, that was in California. That's still back then. Still,
it was $40 then.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I got something in my teeth the other day. I was flossing my teeth. No, like chip or something like that. I had something in my teeth. I always floss my teeth, and I was noticing that I'm a weirdo.
I got one of those water picks. I love it.
Ooh.
Do you? I need to get one of those. So I was sitting on
Awesome.
her, dude. I'm a weirdo who likes to like floss my teeth because I like the way it feels because I'll get in there. And I was
If
like,
I have one of those little like the things, I'm down. I can't do the string.
okay,
this is
no.
a
I have
My
pick.
mouth is too small, I guess.
no, I don't do the string around my do all that. I get one of the
Yep,
self-care
the
ones,
picks.
and I'll sit there and massage and do that with my fucking gums until like
Until they're bleeding.
pretty much. And I'm just like, I actually thought there was like an infatuation. I'm like, I have to look this up. Why do I like this so much? Like, is there something wrong with me? I literally started questioning my fucking sanity. Like thinking there was like some sexual weird fucking. Here's what it is. If you like it, it's because you're basically giving your gums a massage.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Did you know this?
No.
I did not. Here I am, just digging in my mouth with a fuck, just going at it. Just, and I'm like, do I have a sexual? But nope. It's actually it's because you're massaging your gums and it feels good. You're supposed to like it. It actually. And I'm guessing that's another goal scored.
Power play goal.
Holy shit! Get the fuck out. Who scored it? The captain. What's the score here, ladies and gentlemen?
5-2.
5-2. 1 minute remaining. Game over. I'm not real happy with our daughter.
Why? Oh, because she's at the game?
Yeah, because she's at the game.
Well, good for her.
I'm not happy. Just putting that on
Because you're
record.
not there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's because you're massaging your gums.
Yeah. Same thing with Q-tips.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know you could factuate. I mean, that
Q-tips in the ear? Yeah.
oh, didn't know that either.
I like make sure I only do that for a little bit, and I only clean out like the outside.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you're not supposed to be like.
Yeah, I need to go.
but-
I want to go to the doctor when they clean that out, like the ear doctor.
Yeah.
That I need to have that happen. That might help a whole bunch.
My
of my
ears
hearing.
get so waxy though that even on the outside, if I itch my ear, I'll have like an orange spot on my finger.
Yeah, like my ears so waxy. Like I feel bad sometimes. Like if like me and her messing around and she bites my ear, I'm always afraid like one of those little crusties will roll out at that awkward time. I'm always afraid. Oh, that's one of my biggest fears. If you bite my
wrap
ear,
your tongue around his ear hair.
just saying, it's one of my fears. That is all.
No, then it would get stuck in my tongue ring. That'd be kind of gross. Black.
So
Instead of waxing his face, you just wrap the hairs around your tongue ring and pull.
Oh.
So me and that. Speaking of us, I noticed this today. We really are in that we are that relationship at that stage in our relationship where nothing phases you anymore.
Nope.
We were at a red light today, and I forget what song was on. What is it? Was it Tahitian Moon? Or,
I don't know.
It was a song, and I'm driving, by the way, in the truck, and I'm fucking chair dancing, fucking head banging, fucking going to town because the set light's red, entertaining myself. And I look over, and she's just stoned on her phone, not even like. And I look up because I'm first in line at the light, like check what the light's doing and all that. And I look up, light's still red. And the guy at the intersection that crossed me, him and his wife are like pointing at me like, this dude having a seizure and his wife is just not giving a shit. Like, what the fuck's going on with this guy? Like, they're like pointing, and all of a sudden I went, oh, they caught me dancing in my truck, lights turning green, and they're like looking at us, and she's just.
I'm just imagining them pointing and laughing.
Here's my wife. On her phone, I went, you didn't even pay it. She was like, yeah, I seen you. Not a big deal. Don't even fucking care. Don't fucking care. Last story for the week, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get in some news. So Friday.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything. Our youngest son had his spring choir, his last choir for the year. So concert choir for this year. So we had to go to, we're going to that. It's kind of a fiasco getting out the door because I was fucking with my wife and she was on the phone. She was on the phone with her BFF, and I had to wipe we're wiping the dog's feet, a couple of other things going on because it was raining, stuff like that. So my wife grabs her phone or wallet or keys. She's driving. I kind of smoked a jazz cigarette while this is all going on.
Yeah.
Beforehand. So we're going out the door. So we get out the door, get anything, we get in the car. Mind you, I smoked a jazz cigarette, right? My wife is on the phone with the BFF. My wife sits down, puts the keys in the ignition, sees her wallet, sees the keys. She's like this, and she goes, fuck, I forgot my phone. Her best friend, who's on the phone with her, goes, oh my God, where'd you put it? They're talking each other on the phone. And I go, are you fucking serious?
Andrea, are you talking into the phone?
I had my phone like this. Because I take 3 things when I leave: my keys, I have a wallet that goes around my wrist so I don't have to carry a purse, and my vape. And I'm like, fuck, I only have 2 of these things. Where the fuck is my phone? I was on it.
I literally looked, I was like, are you serious? And she goes, don't, first words out of her mouth, don't you dare bring this up on the podcast. I'm like, I don't know how I can't. I just don't know how I can't bring this up on the podcast. I don't know how I could do it.
I don't know. Haven hasn't had one of those moments yet, but I've had those in my head where as soon as it happens, I'm just like, well, this is going to be talked about.
Mind you, her best friend and her dad are upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell him, hey, Dad, I got something to tell you. I'm like, listen to this shit. I'm like, and this ding dong didn't even realize what she said. She goes, what I say? I'm like, you asked her where she put her phone. She was like, I was just trying to be a good friend. Yes, you were. You're being a good friend. She was. She was being a great. She was. Michelle was being a good friend for you on that. I thought it was fucking hilarious, though.
I've done that before, though.
We've all done it. We have all done that.
I remember, like in school, it would always be I have my pencil in my hand, and I would be like flipping my desk over, looking for my pencil.
Yep.
Yeah, I've done that. We have all have done that.
It wouldn't be until I like drop the pencil on the ground so I can flip the desk over so I can see everything. And then I'm like, oh, it appeared.
All right, I got a question.
Magic.
All right, I'm done. We're done with the wishes. I got a question for you two, and then we'll see where you guys want to go. Do we want to talk about Elon Musk again and the crazy shit that he fucking tweeted out on Monday? Do you want to talk about what the fuck the Supreme Court is going on in the Supreme Court, or you just want to bypass that at all costs?
I bypass that at all costs.
Because we don't care.
I wouldn't say that, but I just don't.
Listen.
Don't want to go there.
I don't believe here. We'll just say this. I don't believe in the Texas, and I don't believe in what California is doing. Somewhere in the middle, we can all agree on something. All right. I don't believe in the clump of cells, and I don't believe 28 days after after birth. Okay. There's a happy medium. Yes. And if you don't believe me, yes, California says 28 days after giving birth, you can still abort.
Oh, what?
Yeah. They're trying to get that passed in California. Go look that up.
I'm not going to say much.
After that, we're done. We're done. We're happy.
Yeah.
Let's go something happy.
I didn't know anything about that. Yeah, I think I agree with you what you said. That's all I'm going to say.
Somewhere in the middle. Let's get somewhere in the middle. Let's just agree to that.
What the fuck?
Okay. So, for everyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about with Elon Musk, I'm going to get into it real fucking quick. Obviously, he's new Twitter overlord. All right. And this is why I like Elon. He don't give a flying fuck about your feelings. So, I don't know who this is, but someone at MSNBC basically said this is his quote. You can go look it up. I've retweeted it already earlier this week because he goes, the neo-Nazi faction of the GOP expands in November 1st. We may look back on this as a pivotal moment when the pollutant of the not so bright billionaire casually bought one of the most influential messaging machines and just handed it over to the far right. This is coming from MSNBC, basically called Elon Musk an idiot or a dim-witted billionaire. Clearly, I've never met a billionaire that was an idiot because they're a billionaire for a fucking reason.
Mhm.
Anyways, Elon Musk, NBC basically saying Republicans are Nazis. Tweeted that next. Then he goes on and says, same organization that covered up the Hunter Biden laptop story had Harvey Weinstein story early and killed it and built Matt Lauer his rape office. Lovely people.
Burn.
Elon.
That's a good one.
And then he tweeted out after that one was, I can't say much more. They're already planning my suicide.
He's not telling lies.
Bro. Okay, all right. That's it. That's all I got
Like,
on Elon.
he's not telling lies.
That's all I wanted to talk about. Elon. Anything? What do you got? What do you think, Elon? I think we needed him. I think this is what we
He's
needed
not
in the
lying,
world.
and I think that's kind of the point. Is of
Huh?
like, he's not lying, and I think that's kind of the point of, hey, let's remember all these things.
He literally just went, dude, built. Oh yeah, the organization that bit Matt Lauer his rape office. Great people.
All I'm gonna say is burn.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And the award for great comeback goes to
After the only thing that would have been better is if he would have been able to say that out loud, and then afterwards they could have played this.
To be continued.
If they could have played that and Elon just would have walked out the door, just walked like exit stage left, just that's how he went. Oh, whew. Fuck! God love you. God love you, Elon. All right.
excuse me.
Oh, nope, not yet to say, but excited family news, but I forgot to say that earlier, but I can't completely say it.
Can't say it yet. I know.
Yep. I know you're happy. I know Andrea is, so.
I haven't heard. No one's known.
Oh.
I don't know, but
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Then we got to call for a few minutes after this. I'm so sorry.
You're good. All right. Have you ever rejected? I have a question for you, babe. I don't know this about your history because I don't ask you about your history because I love you for you, and that's why I never asked. You ever been proposed to and rejected someone's proposal?
No.
Proposal. Damn.
You've been
To
proposed to.
reject a proposal, I feel like is pretty big.
I would think so. I mean, especially if you think your relationship's on that level,
Yeah.
you know, clearly you two are not on the same page.
We have some family friends that the woman didn't like decline proposal, but was like, hey, we need to wait on this until we're more stable.
Hold on, I gotta take. Before
Pause
we get.
for the cause.
Yeah, I gotta take a quick pause, real quick. Sorry.
Yep.
All right, sorry about that. All right, so
No, to answer your question, I've never been proposed to and denied.
rejected a proposal.
No.
James, you've never proposed to someone and got rejected.
No.
I've never proposed to someone and got rejected. Now the public displays proposals, like if someone proposed to you in public and you didn't want to get married, would you feel like obligated to say yes?
No.
James?
Well, I mean, I don't think it would be towards me, but I think a little bit.
Say like, hey, say you
And I
were
don't
like,
even think I'm that socially inept that I should feel pressured. But I think even for me, yeah, I think a little bit.
so let's travel to South Africa into a McDonald's, and a very busy McDonald's at that, where one gentleman dropped to a knee to propose to his bride, hopefully future bride, and she was like, no.
Oh,
There's
that's great.
TikTok. Yeah, there's a TikTok video. I didn't see it. I'm just reading the article, ladies and gentlemen. But it made the news that this in a busy ass, like, can you name a worse spot to propose?
I think I did see this clip. I think I did. It is, yeah. It is like a packed fucking McDonald's.
It looks like there isn't much space for this dude to even get down on a knee. Much.
Why?
Like,
Maybe McDonald's was special to them.
Is that where they met?
That's what I was thinking. Maybe they had their first date there.
Even so,
Can you play that
worst
clip?
spot to choose? Like, even if Jack in the Box was that special to you and John, what if he proposed in a Jack in the Box?
Oh, she just like this dude is sitting there, and the fucking customer's like, or the fucking employee's like, hey.
Now,
Damn. What do you think?
at first, it seemed almost like she was embarrassed, and it was kind of like a shaking her head, like out of no type thing.
Oh my God, there
violent?
is.
No.
Oh, it's like the mall. This is a mall McDonald's.
Damn, dude.
That doesn't make it much better.
Nope, it gets worse because now he is just like, well, and we're leaving. One person commented and said she said McNo. My comment is just like the fucking McFlurry machine. Your relationship is officially broken.
That was a
Like,
good one.
what?
The McFlurry machine.
That's like, did you just give me a compliment on a joke I wrote?
did.
Holy shit! Write that shit down. Yeah,
Timestamp it.
like timestamp that, please, James. Can we pull that? You okay?
She got pain from complimenting you.
Pacemaker kicking on. That's what that looks like.
Oh.
Can you pause it for a minute? Okay. All right. Yeah, she said McNo to you, my man. Now, this is going to take a minute because we have a lot to digest here. Okay. I need everyone.
Oh man, I've heard about this.
Did you hear about this one?
Yeah, they talked about it on The Point.
Oh, I did not know they talked about this on The Point. I found the news article and was like, oh my God. So first of all, Jamie, what would you do if your dick just fell off? If your male member just popped off?
Did this guy have anything past like necrotizing?
No, he had a blood infection. So this guy had a blood infection. He had a rare blood infection, and his penis just fell off.
Well, don't you know about the it's like a Wu-Tang like cousin or something that cut his dick off on PCP?
Okay, not going there. Not talking about this. This gentleman over in Norfolk, England, has this rare blood disease, and his penis just fell off one day.
So does he still have like a hole to pee out of and stuff? But he can't come unless he's into prostate stuff.
Can I continue? Or are you just
sure.
Okay? Take this in. Save the questions for the end because I want to answer a lot of them. I told you we got to take this all in here. We're in Norfolk, England, and a gentleman who had a rare blood disease where his penis just went onto the floor. So it was like, gone. Okay. So doctors came up with a plan. And they tried to reattach it, and they couldn't take because the blood vessels were too damaged. So what they did was they regrew his penis on his forearm.
Oh, it's that dude. Did he get it attached?
After 7 years.
Yeah, because I've seen pictures of him growing it.
Yeah. This guy had his penis finally attached after 7 years of it growing on his arm.
Yep.
It was supposed to be attached like 3 years ago, but his insurance dropped him or some crazy shit like this. And then he got sick and this scheduling conflict. Oh, and then a fucking pandemic hit. So this dude has been sitting there with a dick on his forearm for almost 7 years because of this.
That's a pretty good one. Yeah, I saw pictures of him growing it, so that's awesome to hear an update.
So he did get attached. So they were talking about it. He goes, the most embarrassing thing was, I guess he was at the grocery store one day, and some lady asked him to
It fell
get
out.
and he reached up to grab something, and it fell out and almost hit a lady in the forehead.
I get that's a problem that people my height have every once in a while, but damn.
So now for the questions that you might have. Yes, he can pee out of it. Yes.
Yeah.
They did install a pump so he can achieve
He's
an
got one of the
erection.
nut pumps.
He has a pump, ladies and gentlemen. He has a pump.
Does he have it in his leg or his nut?
I don't know. I didn't go to that far, to that deep with it.
If I eventually need to get a pump, I'm replacing one of my balls. That's the coolest thing to me. I can have the fucking Jordan pumps on my dick.
Now, is it Bluetooth activated? Like, is there an
I
app
think,
you can put on
I
your
think
phone?
pretty soon it would be. But it's kind of like
There has to be an app.
The blood pressure machine where you kind of like release the pressure after.
Can you imagine, like, you're about ready to get down and dirty with your girl, and you're like, hold on, hand my phone to me. Doot, doot. And you have the fucking app for your dick to rise to the occasion.
How hard do you want it, baby?
Yeah,
Are we
like,
talking 60%? Or are we going all the way?
like, how much? Like, do you want full erect? Do you want? Now, could you add itches? Do you think
Probably not.
girth?
No. It's just
Like it has a little,
control
like it has a turn knob, like you on, like in your phone, you just kind of go like this. You're like, do you want it bigger, like girthier? Like, what size do you want it today, babe? What's your perfect size?
You want it curved to the left or the right?
Curved up? Do you want a little up? Do you want a little upswing? You know, upswing would probably be good. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that upturn. You know, those guys with those upturns. Just saying.
Oh.
Hashtag just saying. All right. Last story before we have to take a fucking break and then get our guest on, and my wife has to go pick up our youngest son. Would you turn in one of our kids if they were a known dealer of drugs?
No.
You wouldn't turn them in?
Nope.
I was about to say, like, what road are we going down? If we're saying murderer, maybe. Rapist, yes. Drug dealer, nah, probably not.
Meth?
No.
Up to them. Like, nah, I don't think so.
So murderer, no.
Depending on who they murdered?
Rapist, I would, because that's, to me, that's
Yeah.
worse than
Yeah. That's the
murder.
worst thing ever to me. Yeah.
Drug dealer, no.
I feel like murderer, it'd be maybe for you. If it's K, I think you'd probably try to help hide.
I would not try to help hide my son's fucking girlfriend's body, okay? I love Kay to death, James. Did she get on my nerves? Yeah, but so does everybody. Everyone gets on my nerves. I would not. Now, there's a certain selective few people, if you were like, hey, man, I accidentally off this person, I'd be like, all right, man, it's 3 o'clock. Hold on. Home Depot don't open for another 3 hours, bro. I can't get 7 dust right now, so start digging the hole. I'll be there when I can, all right? I'll get there. Now, let's move to Florida. Now, the sheriff in Franklin County had to arrest his daughter in a sting because she was the known meth drug trafficker. He's the one who put handcuffs on her. He's the one who hauled her off.
Man, he is the laughing stock of that office.
Probably.
His daughter looks like a meth addict.
Yeah.
Like, he is never going to live that down.
Yeah, he had to go and arrest his daughter.
Damn, that's a lot of meth.
Yeah, she had.
There's a title.
Man, that's a lot of meth.
Damn, that's a lot of meth.
I already put their cut or Ajax in the meth. I already put that down too. So clearly, last week there was a lot of shit talk. Clearly, there's a lot of meth talk this week, ladies and gentlemen.
That's an awful.
I'm not
lot
apologizing.
Of
I just let it go. I just write it down and let them take me. Okay.
I'm just thinking of the clothing brand. That's an awful lot of cough syrup, but that's an awful lot of meth.
That's an awful lot of meth. Yeah. So, dude, he even posted his daughter's arrest on the department's Facebook page.
I don't think he's in charge of that, but that is embarrassing. I doubt he's in charge of the Facebook page. It's probably a secretary or something. But yeah, that's.
If you're in the shoes, would you know what an arrest?
In that situation,
He doesn't have an option.
Exactly.
He doesn't.
That's
He has to keep his job.
He doesn't have an option. I see a lot of guys respecting that and giving him the pass and not saying shit, but there's going to be a lot of those dudes that are going to leave notes on his desk.
Or like fake rock candy and be like, I saw your daughter.
Like, I feel bad for him. Like, that's kind of my take out of it. I feel bad for him.
That's hard as a
That's
parent.
the worst. Like, first of all, as a parent.
And then that's your
Oh,
job.
yeah. Not even talking about that. Not even talking about that.
Yeah, the parent aspect out of this is terrible.
Yeah.
Now let's put the job aspect that you are a sheriff in this county and it comes across your desk that your daughter is the known meth trafficker or dealer in the county, like, that you have to go arrest.
Not even just dealer.
Yeah, distributor.
It sounds like.
Yeah.
Transporter.
Yeah. She said distributor. I think it said distributor.
Did it? Okay.
Trafficker.
I thought she was just hauling it.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I feel horrible for that dude. Like, that's kind of my only take out of it. What was it?
She was like, that pacemaker thing she was just ended.
So
when I seen her start squirming, I'm like, you okay?
Yeah.
We need to take. And she was like, no, that just usually they last for a couple of seconds, but that lasted for
at least 3 minutes.
Yeah, that period of time.
Ooh. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think that's my only take out of it, though, of like, fuck, I feel bad for him.
Yeah, because I don't know.
You have to. Okay, so here you are as a sheriff. So you were pretty successful in your career.
Law career, yeah.
Your law career. So you clearly are a decent person
one of the good
there.
Guys.
Hopefully
you should be one of the good guys up that high.
That high. So I know we're not all perfect in every aspect of our lives.
Yeah. But fuck.
Damn. Like, but sometimes it's just not our fault. Sometimes kids are just have to be pieces of shit, you know?
And that's my thought of like, she probably is ODD or something like that and just spiraled. But Jesus Christ.
That's rough.
Like, your buddies that you've thought were your buddies are going to be the ones that make fun of you for this. And that's like the embarrassing part to me.
I don't think it's anybody that will say it. Like, true friends will say something to the face like, God damn, dude, you okay? Like, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
They will let this like maybe a year
what
later.
You thought of your coworkers that were your buddies.
Yeah. There's some people out there that would be some dicks.
So do you remember the scene from Lethal Weapon when his daughter was in the condom commercial?
Yeah.
And he went into work and there's all billion fucking different kinds of condoms blown up in packages on his desk. That's going to happen.
Oh yeah, they're gonna fucking
like I said, they're gonna have like rock candy like in little baggies all over his desk.
Like they're gonna have glass pipes. Like, here's your glass pipe. You know, hey, sending a care package to your daughter. Here's some glass pipes. Ha ha ha. Like shit like that. You know,
and I feel like that's gonna be the hardest part.
But then again, we could be just terrible people who think like this, and 90% of the world don't think like us, and they're just like. And actually, what really happens, like in the real world, like people console them, like he feels bad, like the community wraps around. Not us. We're like, he's gonna get made fun of. Like they're gonna fuck with him so badly.
Yeah, we're putting
like,
fucking
holy
candy on
shit!
his
Like
desk that looks like meth. So
like, we're terrible people. I think this is what it's boiling down
to. That's our inner monologue.
So I Yeah, I think we're just terrible fucking people is what it's really boiling down to. Here we are like, oh man, this is really a tragic situation. We feel bad for him, and we're just, this guy's going to live a life of hell. Like, people are going to fuck with him. Not really. They're going to go to church. Everyone's going to embrace him. Let's lift him up. Hopefully his daughter gets clean. I hope there's like a happy ending to this story.
County,
Not us. No.
Poor girls.
Not us. All right.
You got about 2 minutes ish.
I know. I got one thing I want to show before our guest comes on.
Okay.
Because
Oh,
this is the most. I don't even. Oh, it's been removed. Oh, no, it hasn't. There it is. Okay, thank God. This is. I don't even know what to say to this.
what is this?
Vampire Mexican Jew. Have you ever seen this clip?
Yo soy Jacinto el Grande. Toma. Y serás imbécil.
Look how bad this is.
Todos mis antepasados son judíos.
Oh my God.
¿Ah, sí? Pues mira lo que tengo. ¡Heil Hitler!
What is this from?
Dude, I found it. My buddy sent it to me on Reddit, and it's from some crazy ass fucking Mexican movie from the 80s or like the 70s.
It almost looks like a Mexican dub of a Truman film. So that's why I was like, wait a second.
I think that's, dude, it's like,
I should not.
be laughing at that.
That's my alarm.
Her alarm.
I should not be laughing at that. But what are the chances of just having a swastika you're going to hold up and be like,
It's
"Hey,
a swastika
cross.
A swastika a cross first, and then
Swastika
a swastika
crucifix.
Yeah.
Always got to be ready to worship.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome for that clip. It is the I couldn't pass this up. I'm like, do I show this on the podcast or not? I think I had to. I have to, right? Something like that comes across your desk. You got to share it with the world, right?
I don't know. That makes me want to watch that movie Lamageddon.
I do want to see that as well. I do want to see that as well.
Ooh.
The Lamageddon.
Lamageddon, yeah.
Yes. All right. Quick break. Get our guest. Get your snacks ready, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Yep.
All right. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are joined this week with Abigail from the Manic Pixie Weirdo podcast. I get it right?
You nailed it.
About time.
I fuck it up every time. I always forget Weirdo or I already forget fucking Pixie. So I fuck it up somewhere along the line. I nailed it. I am happy. And it's on record, so I can never have to do it
Would
again.
you quit? You're upsetting the Dane.
Ruining the girlfriend.
It's upsetting the Dane.
And the Dane is fucking Rosie's in pictures. So if everyone knows Rosie, you listen. So Abigail is nice enough to join us. Please, Abigail, before we get too far along, promote everything. Tell everyone what your podcast is about. Tell them where they can find you, where they can support you, all that wonderful stuff.
Oh, yeah. So my podcast, I have two. One is the Manic Pixie Weirdo, and that is the podcast where we talk about all the different kinds of relationships that you have in your life. Everything from like Avengers to math to gambling to going to casinos to, mental health stuff to everything. It's all about all the different kinds that you can have in your entire life. And the second one is Best Idea in the Room. And that one is where we review commercials. We rate and review commercials. It's really fun. You should check it out. And you can find us. The best place to get a hold of me is Twitter at MP Weirdo Podcast, or the TikTok and Instagram are the same, the _main_weirdo1. You can also email me at manicpixieweirdo@protonmail.com or leave me a voicemail at manicpixieweirdo.podcast.com.
There you go. Go, everyone, go check her out. She's fantastic. She's wonderful. And she's nice enough to join us idiots this week. So
God, it reminds me of that movie with fucking Sylvester Stallone and Sandra Bullock where the radio is nothing but commercials.
Demolition Man.
Thank you. I couldn't think of the name of it.
Is that like right?
like
So
these
all the
jingles.
commercials you rate, like you like, oh, we're going to do insurance commercials this week. And we're like, oh, we're going to do the new Progressive, the new Geico.
Yeah.
The rat ones are the best. Go 80s.
The rat, yeah.
The rat one.
We have
So
a
you're,
rat
you
problem.
probably
We
have
did
a
the-
Super Bowl episode.
We do. We have a Super Bowl episode. We did one about like women's care products. So we did like Garnier Fructis, Proactive, like
First thing that popped in my head was
Aveeno.
tampon commercial.
Yeah, that one weird one where they're fucking talking about women's hygiene, like where she's dancing down the street.
No
Yeah,
bitch,
yeah,
no chick on her period is ever dancing down the fucking street. I can
I
tell you
know.
that.
Unless they're
Have you
dancing
guys
right
done
down.
an
No, they're
episode
dancing
on,
down the
like,
ice cream aisle.
perfumes?
Did you see the ones now where it's like whatever kind of personal hygiene you may have, hairy armpits, shaved armpits, natural. Yeah, it's like
Listen,
what
they're
the
just
hell? And this chick raises her arms and it's like
yeah. I seen it on. I think it was YMH. They're talking. Was it
Shaved?
YMH? Like 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago, they had it up, and Tom. I forget what Tom Segura said. He was just like, "I want to vomit."
like
I think that was what it was.
I don't care what you personally do, but I
know.
think everybody knows if you don't shave what's gonna happen. But oh boy, why do I not want to listen to her?
Take it easy,
If-
babe.
have you guys done an episode on like perfume ads?
No, we're gonna do one though.
Oh, that would probably
'Cause they're
that would be my
ridiculous.
That would be
favorite.
hilarious. The guy in
Yeah.
the white speedo, he's like
mean-
coming breaching out of the water, like
Yep, yep,
What?
yep.
I mean, the Johnny Depp du jour one to see if he's missing his finger yet.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
they're
We've
break-
got to do. Yeah.
See, you have to. Got to bring it up. All right, everyone, go check out Abigail and all of her wonderful podcasts and everything like that. So, all right, someone bust out a piece of paper for me because I found this wonderful. We got to figure out how this family tree goes.
I need a pen.
Family tree.
I have no idea what he's doing.
Listen. I need help because I can't keep up with
We
this.
all know you need help.
I know. So, I think I need to turn it up for you, baby.
I'm old. I'm fucking deaf and everything else.
Yep.
Can't see. Stomach fucked up.
Just have a wonderful day, aren't
I
you?
am not having a good day.
All right, everyone got my screen here.
Oh, have I
Yeah.
seen this clip?
I need to know what's going on here. Listen up.
If your grandpa has been married to your grandma, your aunt, and
I
your
can't hear
mom,
that at all.
and had
All right,
kids
hold
with all of them, so now the 4 boys that your grandpa
Let me turn
Wait,
that up a little
what?
bit.
Can you
Had
start
with
it
So
your-
your
over?
grandfather
Or
had
your-
sex with
put a finger down.
your
if your
aunt, your mom, and your grandmother so far?
Yes. All right. Everyone listening?
Yeah.
Let's try
Yeah.
this one more time.
All
grandpa has
right.
been married to your grandma, your aunt, and your mom, and had kids with all of them, so now the 4 boys that your grandpa had with your aunt are your brothers, your uncles, and your cousins, and he also had a kid with your mom. So now your dad and you share a sister because his dad and your mom had a kid together. So
All right. Where are we at? So her grandfather had sex with her mom, her aunt.
And her grandmother.
So this dude married 2 of his daughters.
Yeah.
No. So I think he had a son and then nailed the
Oh.
2 sisters. So he's married to a lady who was his grandmother and then had sex with the aunt and the mom.
Right.
Okay, so far I have grandpa slept with aunt and mom,
Uh-huh.
and what else?
So is this lady inbred?
No. So she has a dad who's married to her mom or her mom. Her grandpa had a son. The dad is one of the moms that the grandpa slept with.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
I can't with this.
are we?
So you're biologically related in numerous ways because your sisters, you're also your aunt, and your grandpa was your stepdad for 20 years, and now they're divorced, and you don't know what to call him anymore, so you just call him by his first name. And your uncles turned into your brothers and your cousins, but you just call them your brothers because that's how you were raised for 20 years. And your life is complete chaos.
Can we figure out how that family tree forks?
No,
Is there any forking in that family tree?
there's a lot of forking apparently.
There's a lot of
If
forking.
she has clean DNA, she should just escape.
Just like the Amish. Like, is she just? I'm
Like
leaving.
if she's clean and she's not risking.
I mean,
like,
she
another
definitely
man's-
she definitely nailed it with the whole "my life is chaos" thing. So
Yeah.
I
Like
only got past grandpa, aunt, and mom. Like, I don't know if you guys can see my wonderful little drawing I have there. That's literally all I could do.
I've been trying to wrap my head around that for a week now. I found that Monday. Today is Sunday.
I would have to listen to that like 50 times and pause after each like
Yeah.
Nope. It only gets worse. It's one of those things
like, for
when
me,
you
if
listen
she's-
to it.
The only thing I take from it is if she's not inbred and she's not like fucking up another dude's kids, then like just escape.
So
Just leave.
I like how we were talking offline while we're waiting for my wife to get here, how Abigail was stunned that they don't do blood tests anymore before you get married.
Can you read that? I wrote
Only,
escape.
what is it?
Montana for women.
Yeah,
Montana-
Montana for women in Washington, D.C.
For
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, that's sexist shit.
But DC, Washington,
Sexist
D.C.,
shit.
you have to male and female have to get a blood DNA or blood test done. Only Montana, only women. Clearly, whatever state this lady fucking is from, they need to bring it back.
Well, clearly it says Alabama.
Alabama.
You know what the funny thing is? I have titled this fucking video Alabama, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, I
It's
thought
Arkansas, Alabama, something.
that's what I thought too.
I need math done here
so. What blood test are you talking about? Like,
to get married.
to get married?
Yeah, you know, when we got
Mhm.
married and the lady looked at me weird because I was like, don't we need a blood test? And the lady was like, what year do you think this is? I was like, oh, okay. So I'm trying to figure out that, connect those dots there on
I
that
can't.
family tree. And
I
God
want
bless,
to.
good for grandpa, because clearly that man was a stallion. Like, on a side note, bravo.
Yeah, he has a
Like,
what's the Russian dude where his dick is preserved?
So basically, Grandpa slept with
Yeah.
2 of his daughters.
no, 2 sisters. He had a son who married one of the daughters. Different family. Okay. Grandpa and grandma had a son.
Okay.
Son had a child with a lady. That lady was that girl. That lady had an aunt who was married to, or her mom has a sister. Obviously, that makes the aunt and the mom sisters aunt.
Yeah.
Okay. Grandpa, whose son who had a child with
But
this
that
lady,
doesn't make sense.
No, it
slept,
doesn't.
became Eskimo brothers with this lady. It would be like my dad sleeping with you, okay? And then you guys go off and get married and have kids.
What the fuck?
That's basically what I'm at.
I
right
see.
now.
I don't. I'm over it. I'm just done. I can't today. My brain is like, nope.
So not illegal, but fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So their DNA is okay for the most
Yes.
part.
Their DNA is okay, but their family tree definitely has a flat circle somewhere in there.
Yeah, so she can't completely escape, but I still tell her to escape.
I would definitely move out of that state, change my name, and get rid of
Yeah.
all social media contact from there on out.
Escape.
El
Like I have a
Scape.
family member that pretty much got divorced or pretty much started his divorce because he found out how closely related him and his wife were.
That's awesome.
So my mom's sister, my mom had a brother and a sister. Her sister married a guy, and then my mom's brother married that person's sister. So it was brother, sister, married brother, sister
Yep.
of the same, like different family, but my aunt and my uncle were married to a brother and sister. I don't know. That whole side of the family's fucking.
I'm pretty sure you've explained that to me before, and I was like, that's kind of cool, but weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh, that's not the story I wanted. God damn it.
Because it's like the story of like the 2 sets of twins.
Right.
Yeah, stuff like that. Hold on. Sorry, guys.
I don't
And
know,
then those, and it's like if 2 sets of twins end up having 2 separate childs, they're going to be technically twins.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. It's something like that. Because it's the same gene pool.
Twins
Yeah.
share the same DNA.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the same gene. Like,
Identical twins.
so if you have 2
Yeah,
twins
so-
that marry,
2 other twins.
Yeah.
And then they're all identical twins. They have the same exact gene pool for their offspring.
That's
so
true.
even though they're not, the kids aren't related exactly, they'll be almost look exactly the same
That is
most
true.
of the time.
Now, fraternal twins are completely separate.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes. Found it. Cool. Found what I was looking for. Sorry. Oop. That's not what I was looking for either.
You good. You know how to kill time.
All right.
Okay.
Next story.
We've had to learn with you.
I know. I appreciate you all.
Do you know?
I really do. I do appreciate you all.
Absurd reason someone was brought into the earth? Not one drop of blood on the guy's face or clothes or anywhere, cheeks all rosy, doesn't look like he's lost a lot of blood, so they ask what the deal is. He says it's hard to explain, but he was worried they wouldn't send him an ambulance if he was honest about his symptoms and he's in a lot of pain. My mom tells him to sit down and tell them about the symptoms while they take his blood pressure. Guy says he'll do all of that, except for the sitting down part. Now, I bet you all know where this is going.
Oh, no.
Turns out he'd been trying to convince his girlfriend to do anal. She wasn't into it, was afraid it would hurt. So the guy says,
my
if I show
God.
you on myself, will you do it? She reluctantly said yes. So the guy lubes up a thin aluminum flashlight, 2 centimeters thick, 15
Oh,
centimeters
why?
long, bends over and jams it up his own ass.
How many is 15 centimeters? How many inches is that? Is that like 6 centimeters?
It's like
I don't know.
5 inches.
It's like 5 inches.
How
2
much is
centimeters,
it? Wait, what is
15
it?
15 centimeters.
15 centimeters?
Uh-huh. Like 5 to 6 inches.
No, 15 centimeters is like.
That's
not that-
millimeters. You're doing
Oh.
millimeters.
That's millimeters.
Shit.
Yeah, it's like
do the
3.4 centimeters is an inch. So
Yeah.
it'd be like 4 to 5 inches.
1 centimeter is equivalent to 0.394 inches.
Huh?
Okay.
It's right under 6 inches long.
Yeah.
And
My
2 inches is about an inch in diameter. So you're looking about an inch in diameter and about 6 inches long.
brilliant.
For the Americans in the room. Thank you, pirates.
He's got it good and up there, holding on to the end with 2 fingers.
Oh my God.
However, the flashlight, being cheap, wasn't machined properly in the factory and a small burr on the rim pricked his colon from the inside. So he jolts upright from the sharp pain, the lubed-up flashlight escapes his finger and gets schlooped up his bum. So they put him on a stretcher and the driver says into the radio, ambulance 98 returning, 28-year-old male with severe constipation and foreign object in his rectum. It's a flashlight, in case it matters. So, yup, you heard that right, we're bringing you a firefly, stand by.
A firefly. Nice.
Mm.
So, questions, concerns?
Why are you using a flashlight, my guy?
Why? Yeah, first of all, why a flashlight?
Go spend the $12.
I wonder what kind of lube he used.
Super duty.
I don't know.
Astroglide. Hopefully, that's what gay
Scott.
men use. It works.
It's what who uses?
I use a hero.
That's what gay
lube.
men use.
Oh, would you use, James?
Spencer's sells this hero lube and it has a superhero on the front of it. That's the one I like.
Oh, nice.
Jamie's our resident Spencer expert.
Yeah, I work at Spencer's.
There you go.
So, why a flashlight is the question?
Yeah,
first
why
of all,
flashlight?
is
I mean,
the first
that's
question.
not the strangest thing I've ever heard.
Do you want to think? You think he was like, "Hey, man, as soon as we get up there, click it on, and see if it comes out my mouth." Like, do you think he was also going to pull that stunt
Well,
too?
hopefully, if he was smart, he went smaller and
And first,
Listen, clearly this guy's sticking a flashlight up his ass. Let's throw logic out the window.
Maybe
A
Smaller
fully
one
metal
first,
one,
okay?
yeah.
maybe he thought his dick was as big as the flashlight and was like, "See, baby, it don't hurt." And yeah, that failed.
Do you that has to be what he did? Do you think he went into the garage and like measured
I don't know.
his dick next to like his
Kind of had that
collection
thought
of
also, yeah.
flashlights or
I don't know.
flashlights?
If I was a dude, I wouldn't get the whole anal sex thing on a chick. Like,
I'll be
15
right
degrees warmer, 22 extra muscles.
just go bang a guy.
I guess you can do that too.
that's okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it
To
really
me,
is.
if you're into it, that's your own thing. Me personally, this is my opinion. A dude that wants to fuck you, a female, in the ass has homosexual tendencies.
Yeah, yeah. But
Not
like,
that anything is wrong with that,
no, there's
but
nothing
I
wrong.
don't get it. Like, I have a vag. Like, hey.
Yeah, no, that's where I'm going. Going in head first,
Uh,
both accounts. You know,
Yeah, no, I'll pass on the butt shit. So
Anything else? I mean, so first of all, flashlight is like really the only question here is the flashlight. I guess we get why and the reasonings he did it.
Yeah.
We just want to know why he chose the flashlight is what I really
I'm
want to know.
assuming he
I'm
felt
telling you,
it was similar in size for her sake.
Yeah.
He went to the garage and had a couple of flashlights and went, this is the closest one to my penis, about 1 inch in diameter and 6 inches long. It will be fine.
1 inch in diameter.
That's not great. I'm not saying he was fucking Mr. Perfect. Okay.
Poor dude.
That poor her, not poor dude. He fucking God made him that way.
Well,
That poor
if
lady.
he had pencil dick, then whatever.
That's his diameter.
I
Yeah.
I get that.
That ain't big, boy. He, God made him that way. So
Oh,
that's fucked up now.
hallelujah. Okay.
All right. I mean, who knows?
Pitch this with a fact so ridiculous.
Now, this is the TikTok story that we all needed, I think. Oop.
What'd you do?
I fucked it. See, once again, fucking shit up. Because I always forget, because it's, I'm an idiot. Everyone knows this by now. That's fine.
It's okay. I'm an idiot too.
All right.
You didn't believe it until you looked it up yourself.
Confessions of a Strip Club DJ. Yeah. Did you know that dancers love it when it's that time of month? A lot of dancers believe on that time of the month their pheromones attract men. I thought vampires, but I might be wrong. So they want to work because they think they're going to make more money. Now, how do you work when you're basically the Kool-Aid man with a leak? I still wish I didn't know. You know the makeup sponges that girls use for their makeup? They shove this little sponge up there like it's Spider-Man trying to stop a train. Does it work? Absolutely. Also, how many girls have I seen using salad tongs to get these out? A lot! And I've had to help before! If you didn't know, sometimes girls' cycles sync up. So at the end of the night, because there were so many girls doing it, the trash can looked like Dracula's hot cocoa with marshmallows floating in it.
Oh, no.
It's a lot to take in, isn't it?
Okay, ladies.
So
Do not stick
Please.
You blender.
anything up there that is not for fuck's sakes, like with menstruation nowadays, they have cups and
I was gonna say, just get a diva cup.
there you go.
It's, you know,
They
it's
got
easier.
cups and all kinds of shit you can do without putting a spot. Oh.
my thing is the salad tongs to get it out. I already knew. So because of this podcast,
How do
I
you
already
think it would feel? Wait, I have a question for the
ahead.
girls. How do you think it would feel to get pinched by those salad tongs?
It would hurt. It would be like the fucking spatula that you get inserted into you when you go see your OB.
Yeah.
Looks like a upside down salad tong, and then you crank that motherfucker and it opens, and you're like,
and
you're
then
gonna
they get
feel
the
some pressure.
swabs.
Yeah.
The swab.
They do. They take a big ass fucking Q-tip, like the size of your fucking forearm, and they're like, me, 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 me.
Yep. You're gonna feel some pressure.
Yeah. You can pressure that shit somewhere else.
So
Don't stick sponges up your twat when you're fucking stripping and working. Like, for real. Buy a cup, a diva cup, something. Hide your tampon string. It's not that hard.
So because of this podcast and the things that we talk about here, I knew that women shoved sponges up there because that was part of the porn 15 things about porn article that we went over, that women shove sponges up there on porn sets during that time of the month.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So I couldn't imagine, like a stripper I could understand because there's not something jamming that motherfucker up there farther. And let's be honest, guys in porn aren't small. So I couldn't imagine them like that was easy. Like the whole salad tong thing is the thing that got me. And
Nope.
What salad tongs are they using like the like the cheap cater ones that are like this big? Or do you think they have like the barbecue
barbecue
that are like that fucking
that
long?
you can pick up a chicken with.
Do you know
That's
how
it.
unfucking healthy that is?
I'm sure it's
Yeah.
not sterile. Have you? I'm pretty sure it's not.
I'm just thinking about like all the germs and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Like
sure
that's not safe, ladies.
Like-
Please don't do that.
Think
You
about how
ladies
much
have a
vaginosis
vagina.
they need to use to try
You-
to get pH level back to normal and all that shit.
You have a vagina and you don't have any fucking clue about how it works. Okay, it's a natural cleansing thing. Yes, you need to wash with soap and water. Don't shove shit fucking up there.
That's insane.
God. I'm yep. Your twat privileges are revoked. I am over it.
And just to think that this is probably a more regular thing in that industry than you think.
Yeah. And you know what's even worse
Here's
is
the crazy thing.
these people are going to reproduce.
They are reproducing. Here's the crazy thing is when he said that women like to work on it because the pheromones attract more men.
What are you fucking dogs?
That's the part that I'm not a bloodsucker, man. James,
Ugh.
as a guy here, like it's happened in past relationships. Everyone goes through that. It happens. You know,
Yeah.
you cross those hurdles when you get there.
Do you?
Is it?
This is going to be a really weird question. This is really showing some of my colors. But can you ever pick up by smell or other things like that when a woman is on her period?
You can.
You can, yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Like it is very obvious to me.
Yes. And I don't attract. I mean, I don't know. That's not attractive.
I haven't had a period since I was 29 years old, so I don't have that
And
problem.
I feel like there's a difference in the smell of like a womanly smell versus just that period.
You're
smell.
exactly correct.
Because if it's clean and if they're very clean and it's that time of the month, I do think that would be a more pleasant smell than like when your girlfriend gets up in the morning and she's on her period. Then yeah, that's not very pleasant. Like it really isn't.
Oh, I love it. I fucking love it. All right. Let's play some trivia for the weird, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's really fucking baptize fucking Abigail in the Lost Lizard's way, huh?
That was a good end to that segment.
It is. It's a good way. She's already thinking in the back of her head. She goes, "This is the last time I ever fucking do this crazy shit."
No.
I fucking got on fucking more professional fucking shit in the world. All right, that's a little fun game we like to play. Is like to play trivia of the weird. Most of the time, you don't like these questions and you don't like knowing the answer to these questions. These, I promise you, are going to step up and just progressively get kind of worse today.
Okay. I'm ready.
But take it easy on everyone first. Question number one. Abigail.
She can go first.
Abigail, Andrea, then James. James, you're going last.
Yep.
So keep your mouth shut. All right. We know you like to blurt out things. I want to give you that warning now. All right. Question number one. Which movie had a trailer so scary that people ran out of the theater, causing the trailer to get banned? Is it A, the Blair Witch Project, B, the Amityville Horror, C, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or D, the Exorcist? If you get this wrong, I'll be very disappointed in you.
Yep.
Okay. Abigail.
Okay. I want to say it was The Exorcist.
D. Wife.
I also chose D.
James.
Yeah, I think Exorcist.
It's The Exorcist. See?
Yeah.
Not so bad. We're stepping.
I wasn't 100% on that one, but yeah. That
Well,
one
what
makes
threw
more
me is
sense.
he said trailer, and I'm like, I already know the movie The Exorcist was making people run out, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, he said trailer, so it's a trick fucking question. Clearly not.
Make sure I'm getting.
You got it right.
Yeah,
D.
you get to double check my work here. You know me, I'm dyslexic and I get shit confused.
Whatever.
Abigail, congratulations. You got you got your first one right before Zach did. It took him like 6 questions and he got all the food questions wrong. Way to go, food guy.
That was hilarious. I felt bad for him a little bit.
Right. Question number 2. Speaking of food, looking for a healthy snack? If you just eat 150 crickets every day, you can A, improve your digestive system, B, get the recommended amount of protein, C, prevent dental problems, or D, have healthier skin and nails?
I'm gonna
150.
go with, is it B? That's the recommended amount of protein.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is
Yeah.
150 crickets a day.
Okay.
I guess I'll go with protein.
B as well.
No, I don't think that's right.
James.
Yeah.
I used to eat crickets on hikes because it's super high in protein.
So are
yeah.
you saying eating?
Yeah,
You're all
B.
wrong. You're all wrong.
Okay.
Really?
It's digestive.
What is it?
It's digestive.
Fuck! I knew it.
Because it's
Oh.
also, if you, I think whatever's in crickets, hear me out. I actually know this.
It's an enzyme.
It's an enzyme, and it's actually the active enzyme in Activia, the Activia yogurt.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's funny.
I'm about 100% sure. I'm about 90% sure I'm actually right on that one.
Oh, cool.
Are you Googling that for me?
No.
Okay. I thought you were going to double check my work.
I can't remember what the company is called, but yeah, there's these.
I knew that's I knew that.
Yeah. So
there's these cheddar and onion flavored crickets that I used to get all the time that are pretty damn good. And I have some chocolate covered crickets that I haven't eaten.
So
they're pretty good. I want to get some cricket flour and make some like cricket cookies and stuff.
Cricket cookie? Oh, yeah, they actually sell cricket flour.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It's ground up cricket bits that you can use for bacon.
Nope.
Interesting. Interesting. I don't even want to. I'm moving on. We're on number 3.
Yep.
A study showed that when they're denied sex, male fruit flies will A, try to have sex with any insect, B, search out foods containing alcohol, C, make a loud buzzing sound, or D, have sex with each other.
Please, I want it to be B so bad. I want it to be B.
Awesome.
The search out alcohol, food containing alcohol.
Yeah, I want it to be B, but I don't think it is.
Why do you want B? Why do you want B?
Because that would be hilarious. They have little alcoholic fruit flies.
So what? So
and they only live like 2 days.
They really
so
do.
They're just, like,
Yeah.
Their entire lives, they're just drinking.
Drinking or fucking. It sounds like a goddamn good 2 day of a life.
This is true. This is true.
So
okay, could you read them one more time? I'm so sorry.
Try to have sex with any insect. Search out foods containing alcohol. C, make a loud buzzing sound, or D, have sex with each other.
I'm gonna go with D.
I'm gonna go B with alcohol.
If it's B, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Young Jamie.
I'm gonna go D. I think it would be D.
I would let you know something. Somebody's going to be pissed off because it's B.
That's hilarious.
I should have gone with my first answer. No.
What? The fruit fly is living the ultimate 48 hours. They are born, they try to fuck. If they don't, they get drunk. Like,
think about the fruits that they're attracted to.
Peaches and
high in like acidity. It probably gets them drunk.
Like rotten food.
Yes.
Well,
yeah, it's fermented. So
fermented.
Yeah.
But what an ultimate life! Like I want the life.
Hey
of
man,
a
I got denied. I'm gonna go suck on the beach.
Dude, you see your buddy like, hey man, we're going out. Let's go get some pussy. Woo! High five each other. You go out, and your buddy, your two buddy, be like, oh, you struck out too? Yeah, me too. Want to just go get drunk? Yeah. Fuck it, we're gonna die in 24 hours. Screw it. What a great life. I'm all about it.
Nah.
Fuck yeah, let's do that. What are we at? 4?
4.
All right. Are twins really twins if they're born multiple days apart? Yes. And the longest known interval between twin births are 87 days, 2 weeks, 4 days, or 72 hours.
What was C?
4 days.
Okay.
Mm.
Let's
What was
go.
it again?
87 days, 2 weeks, 4 days, or 72 hours.
I never even knew. Well, I've heard of twins like not coming out at the same time.
Well, they
Yeah. I
They-
mean,
So
it's not like a fucking shoot where they're just like, poof, poof.
Listen,
I remember.
I know it's not
story
like a
years
fucking revolver.
ago.
Okay.
I remember a story years ago where an Indian woman had like a tumor removed, and she's in her fucking like 50s, 60s, had this tumor removed, and it ended up being a fetus that she had never given birth to.
oh my gosh.
Was it stone?
Yeah, it was basically just stone.
That,
and I don't know why.
that's an actual condition that happens, and it's very fucking rare. Like,
Yeah.
it's almost like Twilight. Like their skin, they're dead, obviously, but
Yeah.
they're made of stone. Like it's literally like calcified to the point of.
And it's like, does it look like that shot glass that lady used for sounding that she lost up there for 5 years?
Kind of. Yes. It would be
not-
like completely calcified. Like it is
it's-
as hard as a rock. It is a
Oh my
literal
gosh.
stone.
What does it?
It's horrible to see.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Does it look like a little fetus? Like
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like it looks like a
Okay,
calcified fossil.
so? It looks like why is it the thing that I'm picturing is the fucking mosquito from fucking Jurassic Park, like
No,
in the
that's-
sap? That's what I'm picturing right now.
It's like you carving a out of fucking slate,
Yeah.
carving the
Like
outline
Medusa,
of
like
a
I walked
fetus.
into Medusa, seen her, I turned to stone. I get it. It's
Mhm.
stone.
like a
but-
kidney stone.
For some odd reason, the thing that jumped in my head was the mosquito stuck in the sap, and that like so you
It would
we all
be
seen the picture.
somewhat because like when you cut it in half, it would have that imprint of where the fetus was.
Yeah, so
Because
everyone's
it
seen
gets
the
encased in this thing, and then your body calcifies
Yeah.
it over time.
yeah. So like I said, like we've all seen the picture like of a fetus like in science
Yeah.
that book. Now imagine that picture in stone. That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking
it's
in my
pretty
head.
much that.
And then someone puts it like on the end of their cane, and they're walking around. You're like, why do you have like a kidney shaped fucking? And no, it's like my dead
So
fetus.
yeah,
like,
it's
weird.
called lithopedion.
Oh my goodness.
That's insane.
Yeah, but I guess that wouldn't count for this. I don't know why I was thinking of that though.
Yeah.
No,
I'm gonna
we are
go
way
with
off here.
yeah. I'm gonna go with 4 days.
Oh, so yeah, 4 days.
I
I forgot we
think-
had a question.
I also
Yeah.
went 4 days.
I think I'm gonna go 2 weeks. 48 seems like a trick.
Yeah, 87. What'd you say? 4 days seems like a trick.
Oh, I thought it was like 48. 87. Yeah, that seems.
87, 2 weeks, 4 days, and 72 hours.
You know what? Fuck, I'm going 87.
You just saying 87 just to say 87?
Yep.
That a boy. You said 2 days?
I went 4 days. See.
Yeah. Yeah, I went 4 days too.
87 days. Oh my gosh. That's 2.5 months. Can you like if you were born in May, say if you were born
like a super preemie?
It had to be.
Imagine being in labor for that long.
No.
No.
Oh my god. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse.
Abigail's never having kids. She's like, nope, not doing it.
Wait, was that part of the question? Was she in labor that long?
No.
Well, she would have had to have
She
been.
could- no, so what happened? So, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to say it. They had to take one of the infants out by one of the twins out by C-section,
Oh.
And the other one was natural.
and the other one was natural, or later on taken out by C-section because of that's what I'm
Right.
guessing. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think it would be a super preemie.
Yeah,
the
it
first
had-
So
one.
according to this, it's 90 days.
Oh,
I googled furthest apart twins born. One was born in January, the other was born in March. 90 days. Case of Molly. So Molly was born 3 months premature on New Year's Day, but doctors stopped Lisa's contractions in order so that she could carry Benjamin for as long as possible. They're fraternal, so they had two separate.
I was way off then.
Fuck.
Embryos.
Umbilical
Well, then the
cords.
card was wrong too.
Yeah,
Well,
what
it
card was wrong?
It was close.
Close.
87
Yeah, it
days,
was
like,
close. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or the article just rounded up.
It could.
Yeah,
It could
or
have-
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, one was born January 1st and the other was born March 30th. Same year.
Yeah, that's 80. Yeah, that's about right. but
That's about right. You got
Holy,
Yeah.
short February.
28.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so they had two. So luckily they were fraternal twins. Is that
Fraternal, boy and a girl. So that's I could see that because they have two separate sacs. They're separate umbilical cords. So
I don't know why I giggled at you saying sack.
I don't
I
know,
have
'cause
no
you're
idea.
two.
I am fucking 12 years old, ladies and gentlemen. What question? What question we got?
5.
All right. Number 5. Miami, Florida has been overrun by African land snails.
I don't know why I found that.
These African land snails. Why are you giggling?
Are they doing the dance from fucking Coming to America?
We were 12, and I just get made fun of myself for being 12 years old, and my wife is living in African land snails.
My heart went through a binge, so I'm on like a loop right now. So leave me alone.
I am not making fun of you at all, baby. These mollusks. Say that word.
Mollusks.
Mollusk. Thank you. Grow to the size of rats and will eat everything that gets in their path. B, the outside of a house until it crumbles. C, small pets, or D, human flesh. Was that him snoring?
Yes.
I thought that was you kicking the table.
Nope.
Sorry, our dog snoring. I thought it was some weird shit going on in the background.
Okay, one more time. I'm sorry.
We have they will eat everything, a house until it crumbles, pets, small pets, or human flesh.
I feel like it's A because all of those other things are part of everything.
I went D, human flesh, because I think that would be a great horror movie.
You like the Blob.
The Blob is actually pretty badass. Never make you want to put your hand down a drain.
This is true. Young James.
The house.
Did you why would you know this? Like, why would you stab at a dark in a fucking house?
I've read articles about this because there was a meme going around when this was happening of the SpongeBob episode of the worms eating his house. Yep.
So now we know where that memes are coming from and why James just magically, they eat houses until they crumble.
All I picture is Gary from SpongeBob going meow and chowing on fucking house.
I forget that you know all the random fucking weird like animal fucking trivia.
Especially like worms and little shit like that. I absolutely love it. Because there's those like pipe worms that create the like blobs inside pipes and block them off, and I fucking love those things.
Dude, you would be the only guy to like go seek out a bot fly just so you could see what it's like when it's in your skin.
Oh, but please don't do that.
Jamie would be like, check that guy.
I want to get a silicone implant eventually under my skin so I can have that kind of sensation.
God.
We are such pieces of trash, the three of us on this podcast, that Abigail's like, my wife, hold on, give me a second. Let me fucking give me some context here in a minute. Because you're just like, oh, you do this, blah, 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 like giving the idea. And I just watched Abigail going, why are you telling him to do this? Please don't do this. Please. And freaking out. And we're like, oh, you should totally do it. And you're like, oh, I'm getting this. And I just watched her freak out again. That's why I'm like, oh, we are pieces of garbage on here. Oh, and I love it. I love us.
Okay.
All right. And what's the score, baby?
Jamie's got 3. I have 2. Abigail has 1.
Well, she's got her solo one. So we're going on question 6, and you're on the same pace as Zach. So don't feel bad.
Okay, perfect.
And now we're going to get weird. In just 15 minutes, champion eater Takira Kobayashi set a new record when he ate 17.1 pounds of A, cow brains, B, horse hooves, C, fish heads, or D, rat tails. God. Would you like me to repeat the question to you?
I love this dude.
I'm trying to think.
He does so many challenges of just like weird food. It's awesome.
Do you know this answer to you?
Yes.
Then shut up.
I'm almost certain.
I'm glad you're last.
Is it A?
I don't know.
Just
Is
because
it?
it's like weird and like random.
I went fish heads.
So you're going cow brains.
I went fish heads.
Wife is
Okay.
going cow or fish heads. And James?
So I know he had the record for fish heads and cow brains. That's why this one's messing with me a little bit. But I do think the 17.1 is the cow brains.
It's cow brains, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes! Yeah. I really like that dude. He is fucking awesome.
So yes, he ate 17 pounds of cow brains in 15 minutes.
Gosh.
Hopefully he doesn't get Crutchfield-Jakob disease.
Is it mad cow disease?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Isn't it the same hot dog guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so much cow brains. That is so much.
Nope.
Until, what is it, Chestnut? Is it Joey Chestnut still is the champion?
Yeah, Joey
right now?
I think
Chestnut's
so.
with 74 and a half hot dogs in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I could never eat another hot dog ever again.
I would never do it. Yeah.
And he's
That would
done
ruin
that
hot dogs for me.
like 10 years in a
Oh.
row.
It would ruin hot dogs. It would ruin.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
He's done it for like 10 years in a row, or like 6 years being the number one person, and every year he's stepped it up at least 1 or 2 hot dogs.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how he does it. The dude's insane.
That's crazy.
Question number 7.
7.
If you find yourself at a family dinner in Norway, order up some smalahove. How would you say that?
Samalahove.
All right, see? It's a boiled and salted A, horse leg, B, sheep's head, C, dog part,
Oh boy.
or D, rat.
Where is this at?
Norway?
So Spain is more, sorry.
So it's horse leg,
Sheep's head,
sheep's head.
dog part. I don't know what they're talking about, dog part. And I have a funny
that's
feeling I know
odd.
the answer for that. And I don't want to give that out loud because people will be like, no, I actually think when they say dog part is they're talking about in, what is that? It's in Mongolia where they eat dogs or wherever they eat puppies. And I'm going, okay, so I'm going to give it away. That right there, me giving that answer should automatically take that one off the board because we're in 2 different parts of the world.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I will get it. And then the other one's rat.
I'm gonna go with sheep's head.
I also went sheep's head.
Yeah, I'm almost certain it's sheep's head because Spain is more likely to serve horse.
Correct.
It's
It is
sheep's head.
It's sheep's head. And Jamie on the correct of Spain, actually, I think is more of the horse eating part of the world.
It's not about being gross to them. It's just retaining what they use.
Yeah. Same in Chile, where they make their carne asadas down there in Chile and stuff like that. I remember them telling me that at a wine tour, but I was pretty drunk at that moment in time when I was in Chile at that wine tour. So if someone from the ship hears that and be like, yeah, man, you're right. The Calderones, they do the dancing, and when the horse is ready, they shoot it and they eat them. So,
yeah, Dad saw a bullfighter in Spain where a horse got skewered by a bull, and so they cooked that bull and threw the horse on that night also.
And all
they're like, he's gonna die anyways.
And all the meat goes to the homeless in the shelters, which is kind of
then
neat.
they fed the entire fucking city
Town
basically
and
that
town
night.
with when they do that. So everyone thinks it's cruel that they're killing the animal, like in those. It's actually to feed the town. It's a celebration to feed the town.
Well,
so all right, sorry, getting off topic. Number 8. Ever wonder what people used before the invention of cups and bowls? Here's the disgusting answer. Was it dried animal skins, horse hooves, dishware made from dried out feces, or hollowed out human skulls?
I think it's animal carcasses, like the muscles and stuff. Or did they eat those? I'm not sure.
Or do you mean the skin for the bowl?
Or the skin. Yeah. I'm gonna go with horse hooves, I guess. Yeah.
I went C.
Dishware made from dried out feces.
Mm-hmm.
James,
I'm gonna hope for skull.
are you going for hollowed out skulls? Is that what you're hoping for?
Yeah.
This is why Jamie always wins, because he shoots his shot. It's from hollowed out fucking human skulls.
Okay.
First thing that
All
popped
right.
in my head was guano from Ace Ventura with the bowl.
Yeah.
That's why I thought that.
The bat shit.
Yeah.
Guano.
I'm like, oh.
No, they actually used the fucking human, like, so I guess when grandma died, they were just like, well, thanks. I guess we got new dishware.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
It's a celebration of life. And you need some new dishware, you know? And it's a double edge. Number 9.
Nueve.
All right. Heart disease and cancer are the leading causes of death in the United States. But the third leading cause might be the scariest. Medical mistakes by doctors, nurses, and hospitals lead to roughly how many deaths per year? A, 150,000. B, 275,000. C, 400,000. Or D, 750,000.
I think it's
What was B?
But I'm angry right now.
275.
Oh.
Sure. Yeah.
B, 275.
Yeah.
I went C, 400,000.
Young James.
I think I am going D.
Yep.
You think it's 750,000 people?
Wow.
It is
If
400,000.
it's number 3,
it's 400,000.
we're saying it's
people.
number 3.
Thank you.
400,000 people.
I win.
Oh, 400. Okay.
400,000 people die because of nurses and because they go to the fucking hospital.
Oh my goodness.
I like how you just threw nurses under there, like doctors.
Doctors, nurses. I said what to say nurses. I went to go rattle them off. I was like, I'm just lazy. I'll just say because they just go to the hospital.
It's the doctors because of their paychecks.
I think it's not because of the paychecks. I actually think most of it has to do because of their fucking shitty handwriting.
It could, but now that shit's all computerized.
Yeah.
So any orders they give or anything like that, it's all computerized.
Yeah,
So if you, but when they used to have to write that, it'd be like, that means, and give 3 tablets after blah blah blah, and you're supposed to get it out of that.
Yep. So crazy. All right, what's the score? Going in question number 10.
Jamie has 5, I have 4, and Abigail has 3.
Look at she's holding up, trying to hold up her own here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jamie has 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can't math apparently.
I don't compute. All right, here's the last one. 2 heads are typically better than 1, unless you're talking about the head tucked into your pants. How many known cases of diphtheria, being born with 2 penises, are there in the world? A, 50, B, 75, C, 100, or D, 150?
In the world?
In the world, there are this many cases of men being born with not 1, but 2 penises.
I guess I'm gonna go with 75. Is that B?
Yes, B.
I went 150. If you're doing the whole entire world, why
B.
not?
Young James.
Yeah, I think just because there's only been that one guy on Reddit that did a 2-dick AMA, it's only been one. Like, if I had 2 dicks, I would want to talk about it.
There's a guy
I don't
on
know
Reddit
I
that
would wanna
didn't
give
ask
my
me
name out,
anything.
but I definitely would want to answer some questions.
What did the guy on Reddit have to say? As I want to know.
He was just kind of explaining. People were like, "Is it side by side? Is it up and down? Like, how does it kind of fit?" And that
Did
was
they
like
both
one of the main
function?
questions.
Did they both function? I do. I have questions. Like, was it
I
side by
think one
side?
of his was disabled. I think he only had one like real penis.
And here's my question, ladies. And this is for the ladies out there.
I think both got erect, but only one like peed.
Only one shot. Here's my question. Say you were fortunate enough to run into one of these gentlemen that have this function, that had this birth defect or this birth, right? And say one of them is just a hammer, like the gods, like the dick that you all been dreaming of, like the most perfect dick in the world. And the other one is a micropene, but only the micropene gets fucking hard. Like, how disappointed would you be if you were looking at what you thought was the perfect penis and you're like, I am going to get fucked with that thing? Yes. And only the micro penis.
Gigi Allen penis
and only his
works.
Gigi Allen penis works. Like this micro penises works. How disappointed
It wouldn't happen.
would you just be like,
Yeah.
Andrew, if you had the opportunity to be with a guy with two dicks, just like in your single time, would you have done it?
No.
and would you be more willing?
Abigail?
I know.
I mean, I'm not gonna judge, but yeah, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah. Like no judgment. Like, cool if you have two. Bonus on you. I'm not your girl.
Yeah.
And would you want them side by side, or do you want them stacked up so
I
you
wouldn't
can
want
just
two.
so you can glide both in and out?
Again, I have one vaginal opening,
but
I ain't sticking both in there,
I'm
and
just
the other
saying-
one isn't going in the exit only area.
This
So
dude can-
I'm useless to this dude who
This
has
dude
two
can-
functioning peens.
This dude could just pop
No.
you up like a six-pack, ladies.
Nope, I'm good. Thank you.
Just saying.
And
Would it still be considered a double penetration, or would it have a different name?
That's an interesting question.
Now,
That
could
is
he-
an interesting question.
Okay, so Jamie, what's your answer? I got it.
Oh, okay, because
Oh,
775, you said
she-
150. Oh, yeah,
yeah.
James, what use? I'm sorry, we haven't even got the answer yet.
Fitty. Let's go Fitty.
Baby.
There is 100 males
Damn it.
on this planet
Oh my gosh.
I know.
with this fucking disease. or
Why
this
are
birth
so
defect.
few of them talking about it?
I don't know.
Because how many dudes want to, like, not dudes like us want to talk about the dicks or like the crack fucking dick fart jokes all the time. I'm guessing Jamie just smoked you,
because I got
ladies.
an
he won.
interesting one.
What
He
was
got 6. I had 4. She had 3.
There we go. Had 3. I think she tied Zach. Ended up tying Zach, didn't she? I have to go back and look at the records here.
You'd have to look through.
Have to look through the records to see how you compared with Zach. I think you tied him though. I think Zach
Cool.
ended up making a fucking comeback there towards the end.
I think he only got 2.
Did he? I can't remember. I know he got all the food one wrong, which is even best.
It was funny because he tried to argue the point, like, that's not right.
So, guess. I hope did you learn anything, Abigail, on that?
Yeah, that was fun.
I hope you didn't. And you're not going to be like, what in the fuck did I just sign up for?
No.
Good. Glad you all have fun. What else we got? Anything? That's all we got
I got
for this
nothing.
wonderful podcast, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of Reddit stories. That is it. Abigail,
Yeah.
please once again blast wherever we can find you, and then we got a clip to fucking sign us all out.
Absolutely. So you can check me out on Twitter at MP Weirdo Podcast, or the Instagram and TikTok are the same, the _main_weirdo1, or you can email me at manicpixieweirdo@protonmail.com.
Woo, woo.
James, what you got? Anything?
Nothing much. King Reader on Twitter. We are gonna have our live stream soon. There's just been some shit moving on everything, and then I got COVID, so
Yes.
it'll be all right.
I got nothing this week.
Nothing.
Mm-mm.
Once again, watch it on YouTube and Rumble. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, go to the Patreon, do all that wonderful stuff. Lost Losers Podcast at gmail.com. And you know where to find me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm tired of rambling all that off today. I'm just done. All
I'm
right.
hungry.
And I'm hungry. I am starting to get a little hungry. All right. Now, some motivation for you all to leave you with this week. Okay.
Sure.
Just some motivation.
Maybe the next stage of your healing journey is just.
Sorry, I fucked that up once again. Here we go.
Maybe the next stage of your healing journey is just telling more people to fuck right off.
That is my motto.
I was about to say that matches
Thanks
Andrew
for watching.
really well.
Love you all. Goodbye.